Good afternoon. Today we will discuss about what President Htway said during his visit in the United States. And then after that, Dr. Aung San Suu Kyi talked about the transition. So we will discuss about this. Before we start, let me explain the purpose of this talk show in English version. As we all know, our American friends ask us, "Oh, we watch your talk show, but we not understand what you guys are talking about." So they always argue to us, at least English in subtitles or in English version. So that is the reason that we are trying to talk in English for this talk show. Even our accent is not right. And then another thing is, what our thoughts, what our minds, let the world know. So we are trying to communicate to the world with this English version. So do you want to add anything?
It is very appropriate, because the outside world usually support the Burmese pro-democracy movement. So they have the right to know what we are discussing or arguing about. So this is very much appropriate.
Okay, let's start to discuss that topic. President Htway said there are 25% non-elected army personnel in the parliament. He wants to continue that. Our opposition side, the pro-democracy side, we don't want that. To be a genuine democracy, we don't need 25% non-elected army personnel in the parliament, right?
Yeah.
So, and President Htway said he wants to continue. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's based on 2008 military formulated constitution. So it says on the front page, on the preface, that military will assume leading role in Burmese national politics. And also the 25% would be non-elected official would be sitting in the parliamentary seats. That means they will serve as a watchdog for the what you guys are saying. And actually the other 75 are vigilantes, vigilantes from the military dictators. And superficially you can say that only 25% are military, but actually overwhelming majority are military personnel.
And the pro-military personnel too.
Pro-military personnel.
In other side, if we would like to amend the constitution, how can we win the vote?
Yeah.
Because the majority from the pro-military party plus 25% military personnel. How can we amend that
constitution?
Constitution?
And even though you can unanimously approve like 76 votes, you can win that agenda, but you have to go through another process, national referendum. See, this is kind of they're using red tapes in order to get the consensus of the entire Burmese people. So this is just to protect their interests, the inner circle of their business cronies.
First thing is 75% in the parliament, and then they will go to the referendum. And even to the referendum, over 50% must be agreed. Without that, we cannot amend any constitution.
And first of all, if you observe in other democratic communities, other government, democratic form of government, you can see that military is their state service personnel. We can call it here service personnel. So they are like clerk, other civil officials. So they don't have, they should not have elected power. They should not be incorporated in the central organs of power like judicial, executive, legislative, all those power. So they are just plain old, service personnel.
What do you think, Go?
If there is a government didn't change the 2008 constitution before the election is not easy to get for our side, opposition side.
I remember when Maung was here, he mentioned about that. Will the coming 2015 election will be free and fair? And then even the Democratic opposition side win, is there any guarantee to transfer the power? It happened in 90 election. The NLD win landslide victory, but the military slog, they didn't transfer the power until today.
Yeah, you know, look at today. Thein Sein does not have a full authority or mandate representing Burma. He is just a puppet official, you know, puppet president. You know, the actual power is sit on the National Security and Defense Council, which is the ex-military dictators. So I don't understand why people, you know, gearing up for 2015 election. There's absolutely no, to slim to none, hope for that election.
What do you think? What's your perspective, Nyasu?
I think just like what we discussed before, and before General Ne went, Burmese way to socialism, now it's military way to democracy. So that doesn't change it. Actually, this is a first step of reform process, but it's very slow and didn't success. The reason why we are talking about, I'm assuming that it's a failure because, first of all, Thein Sein came to visit to the United States. He is proclaimed himself, he's a democratic elected president. The fact is not true because they are the only ones that appoint the government. It came from the military rule constitution. It's not democratic elected president.
And there's not a democratic constitution.
Yeah. But they are trying to promote themselves. They are the democratic elected president. That fact is wrong. Second thing is, if they really want to change in Burma, and the real important is, they need to change military rule constitution 2008. 2008 constitution. Now, they say being 3 years in his government, and then if didn't show up any result, that means his reform is failing. Continuous human rights violation is everywhere.
Sectarian violence?
Yeah, sectarian violence and everywhere right now. And the economic, you can look at the economic data. Before they, after they take over the power, they've been claiming themselves they are going to create, I think, 10 million job creation. But it's not come out yet. So whatever they say is, it's not come out with the result.
Not in reality.
Not in reality. Like what Htway said, the Thein Sein government is just protecting the military elites and cronies and some old white clubs, general. So it didn't change.
Let me ask another question. What do you think about sanction? So because after the U.S. lifted this part of the sanction, they've been traveling around all over the world. So what do you think about the sanction?
As we know, because after the sanction lifted, they didn't actually, they back to the old form, they didn't change it. Because before the sanction lifted, they persuade the Western country and other kind of European, they will change, they will give the promise. Right now, they obviously, they back to the old form. Because according to the President Thein Sein said, he protecting the 35% of the army representative.
Non-elected.
This not degree of the current government, because of the international standard, democratic standard, he cannot say like that because he had to keep his promise. Right now, he broke his promise.
He broke his
What
promise.
are we going to do next?
So what do you guys think about sanction?
Sanctions has been lifted prematurely because, sanctions should be lifted by case only. based on the ground, what has been improved.
Okay.
So nothing has been improved, you know. So I would say to all Western world, shame on you, because you didn't have anything on the ground. You didn't have any concrete evidence that human rights and you know, other things has been developed. So this is a failure in terms with the policy on Burma.
Do you want to say anything?
Sanction is a part. I mean, it's a leverage, you know, to change. Still, we still need to have a targeted sanction as a leverage. Another thing is living the sanction before general name without sanction, because the mismanagement became the failed state, right? Burma became a failed state. It's even though living the sanction right now. We didn't see any improvement on the infrastructure development, institutional structure reform. We didn't see it yet. So how are we going to create the job? And you know, like the land is confiscation everywhere. Land right now is coming everywhere, and we didn't resolve it yet. And we didn't have didn't see any right policy from the government. How are we going to resolve that kind of issue? And you know, the price are very high in Burma.
Basic commodities.
Yeah, commodities,
Basic
and you know, is even though you know trying to some foreign company trying to invest in Burma, but they can't afford.
It's
Because
very
it's very
expensive.
expensive in everything.
What do you want to
So-
say, Dr.
You know, sanctions will only lifting sanctions will only benefit the family circle of the die-hard military dictators and their cronies. And if you don't believe it, you would see it in the coming months. And because their wives and their daughters and sons would like to go out abroad and get further studies.
They will
And
invest.
right now, they even thinking of they will send their younger generation to West Point, the military academy. I mean, shame on you. You know, I would say shame on you. That's Western world. You know.
I think U.S. governments they need to review their sanction before the election. What the progress in Burma? If they didn't see any progress in Burma, you know, they have to change their mind very soon, because the life of the Burma is very hard right now. If they didn't change and let it go until 2015, these are the next 4 years for the dictatorship. They had power again. That's why I told you, U.S. and European countries, they have to review their sanctions before the election.
Yes.
When we talk about sanctions, we need to be very cautious, because the military dictators told to the people of Burma, hey, because of the democratic opposition, they want a sanction, and that's why the people are suffering. So those military dictators, they never admit that because of the mismanagement, the country become a failed state. They never admit that, you know, throughout their 50 years of military dictatorships. So my opinion is, it's need to go to Maung, it need to go to case by case basis, and then selective sanction needs to be there, you know,
As a leverage.
As a leverage. And then if military dictators is still going on the same way like before, they need to reconsider. It's like a carrot and stick policy.
Yeah, to reintroduce. Yeah.
Otherwise, the Burmese will be suffering more and more, and the country will become a failed state. So that's all for today. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you.